The people from Spain were so nice. If you needed directions, if you didn't know where you were going, things like that. Very nice, very approachable. I loved working with them. If they serve you, you're going to want to eat all of it. If it's good food, they're going to expect you to eat all of it and eat seconds and thirds as well. New Year's, I feel like Americans party until like 2 or 3. I mean, they were up until like 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning. We were just like, oh my goodness, like they're still up and partying. So that was interesting just to see how long they would party. Spain Spanish is extremely different from any Spanish I'd ever heard. I definitely felt like I was relearning Spanish. To say thank you, most people say gracias, but in Spain they say gracias. So it's more of that th sound. Anytime there's the s sound, if it's a C or a Z, they do the th sound instead. We lived in fairly nice apartments. I was surprised. Some of my apartments were better than the ones I lived in when I was visa waiting in America. A lot of people would buy an apartment and then rent out each room. The holidays were definitely different. I was a little surprised about Christmas in Spain. They didn't focus on gifts as much as I thought they would. It wasn't as big of a celebration and it wasn't as worldly as I thought it was, which was to me actually really impressive. And the reason behind that, I think, is because January 6th is a day that they celebrate the Three Kings. And as we know, the Three Kings are the ones that brought Christ gifts, and so that was when they would give presents and do the gifts. Typical Spanish food, I guess one of the most famous Spanish dishes is what in English they call a Spanish omelet. I think it's a terrible translation. It's more potato than anything else, but it is kind of like diced potatoes mixed with egg that kind of holds it all together, and then you can put cheese in it, you can put peppers in it, you can put sausage in it. So, I mean, the 3 main ingredients are like cheese, egg, and potato, but it's more potato than anything else, and it's just kind of this delicious potato-y goodness. And it's in Spanish, it's a tortilla española, but they call it the Spanish omelet because it's not like a tortilla as we would think. And then they have a dish called paella, which is Spanish as well. It's kind of a rice dish that's usually also made with like shrimp and vegetables and peppers and such. So it's usually done with shrimp. Sometimes they put chicken instead of shrimp, but that's very Spanish. Appetizers include like olives. I like to eat olives there. But then there's food from, South and Central American countries as well. A couple of Mexican restaurants. I was teaching English class one time. And we were doing like kitchen words or something like that. We just pick like a theme and kind of do vocabulary, and then we kind of structure sentences and stuff with them. They wanted to know how to say frying pan, which is sartén. I didn't know what it was, so they drew a picture of it, and I said, oh, frying pan. And then I was trying to learn Spanish still. I was always trying to learn, improve my Spanish. So I asked what it was, and they said sartén, but I misheard them and said sostén, which actually means bra. So that was really funny. It was an English class full of men, and they were just like, oh my gosh, she said bra. So that was probably my most embarrassing Spanish mix-up.